right, hey guys, welcome back to day 10 of my day trading journey to profitability to prove that's possible. Today I didn't end up taking a trade, um, just didn't see a good enough entry, but I'll go over that. Today we had Jolt's job openings at 10 a.m., so I waited till after that um, to take a trade, but I never took a trade because I didn't see an entry, but I was waiting for after that to enter. So if we go to the 4 hour here, you can see I marked out this 4 hour high. We had this we had this 4 hour low created at 10, but I wasn't looking at that. Um, and on the 1 hour, we had this right here. We had this high, 1 hour high, and then 1 hour low right here at 7. And then we had one here, but that didn't close till 10, so didn't really mark that out. And same thing on the S&P. We have these highs in green, lows in green, 4 hours, and then hourly highs and lows. You can see this is a high hour, and then this is a 5 minute, and this is a 15 minute. Um, or these two are 5 minute, and this is 15 minute. Just because I was looking for take profits because I was about to enter on a trade, but I didn't. So you can see overall bias was bullish for the day. We're in a uptrend here on the hourly, or actually we're in a downtrend on the hourly. But on the 4 hour, we were in an uptrend by market open. Same thing on Nasdaq, and in the 1 hour, we were kind of in an uptrend as well. So I was looking for a sweep of sell side, and then reactions off of that. So you can see on Nasdaq, we get a let me mark out market open here. We get a pre-market sweep at about 9:05, I think it happened. Or that's not market open. That's when the sweep happened. Market opens right here. We get this leg down sweep. Um, so I'm on the 5 minute, but again, I'm not trading till I wasn't going to trade till 10 because of news. You can see we get that retrace here. Market opens, get some legs up. Um, in here, I did mark out. You can see we get that 5 minute retrace. I did mark out this fair value gap here because we had that retrace, then we had a 1 minute fair value gap here. Get the test into it, and then I break a structure to the upside off of it. And you can see that take profit would have been hit. It was a nice, pretty much a 1-to-1, but I didn't take that trade just because it was before news. And like yesterday, we learned we don't want to trade before big news. But Chilled job openings, I got to look into it if how much of an impact it really has. Because when it came out at 10, let's see, the 10 o'clock candle, it's right here. It's just a normal looking candle. So it didn't really have that much of an impact. But if I took that trade, I would hit take profit on one for just a 1-to-1. And then you can see it kind of just consolidates around and pushes a little higher after going a little lower. I could have set my take profits up to this 4 hour high too. Um, you can see it would have taken a little longer to get there, but we would have been in drawdown for a little bit, but still would have ended up hitting. But didn't take that trade just because it was before news. And on the S&P, pretty similar thing happened there. So 930 is right here. You can see we get this sweep at 9:15. This 4 hour sweep. Um, and one other thing on NASDAQ. The take profit wasn't that good, um, or the risk reward wasn't that good, so I wasn't really gonna risk it. But it was a 1-to-1, so it's not terrible. But again, it was before news. That was the main reason I didn't take it. Um, and then you can see market opened we get that sweep, um, then we get a retrace. So we swept there, and we get a retrace here on this candle, 935. So we go into the 1 minute there, 935. Right here, we're looking for a fair value gap. I found one here, and then we get a break of structure right here. So if I was to enter off of that, I would have had a nice 1 to 1.54. But as you can see, price um, didn't do anything because that was right before news and just kind of consolidated after news here. And I actually have ended up pushing lower. And when I would have hit the stop loss and my stop loss on that, and you can see price just kind of consolidated, moved a little higher, but never really went anywhere. Um, like the S or the Nat on Nasdaq, price did pretty similar, just consolidated here, pushed a little bit higher. I was actually surprised. I thought price wanted to push a little bit higher today, but I guess we are almost at all-time highs again. I think we hit them yesterday. But yeah, I think this was yesterday. We hit them yesterday. Um, so we're at all-time highs right now. So that's kind of challenging to trade in. But again, we had news, so I didn't really want to take a trade before news again because of what happened yesterday. End up losing just because of the news candle. But if I take that trade, I would have ended up losing. But you can see here on this Nasdaq trade, I would have won, and eventually it was kept pushing up a little higher. But we were already pretty high up into this. I don't know. We were kind of like in equilibrium between the low and high. So I wasn't really. That was another reason I didn't enter on that trade, just because we were so high up. Uh, I wanted something a little bit lower. I thought price was going to move lower, which it did here. Um, there might have been a good trade in here somewhere, but I stopped looking for trades around 10, 10:30 or so, just because this fair value gap, this is a 5 minute fair value gap, but there's also a 1 minute fair value gap in here. I stopped looking for trades after that got broken through from this big down candle, because after this consolidation and just bouncing up and down, I was getting kind of annoyed and not seeing anything. So didn't take any trades today. But let's see if there would have been anything here on the 1 minute. There was a fair value gap here, but gets pushed through. Get one here, push through. We do get one here. Let's see. Let's mark that out. This is 10:58, so it's pretty late in the day. You can see we get into that, and then we get a break of structure. Horizontal line, we get a break structure on this candle. But we could have ended off that candle there. Put the stop loss down here below this first candle, and then set it to this hourly high. I believe that's an hourly high. Yeah, I think so. But again, that's only a 0.97, so not the best. And it looks like price is pushing down again. It might go up again, but kind of just consolidating again, similar to yesterday. It's not the best price action you want to trade off of. Like, this isn't the best looking. Looks pretty similar to yesterday's. Let's find yesterday's. Go on the 1 hour and see. I guess there is a little downtrend here, but this was yesterday's. This was pretty bad. Same thing. Kind of just been consolidating since yesterday. We'll see what happens. We have some, let's see, highest. ISM services PMI. We'll see. I might take a trade. Um, we'll see. I got to look into that, see how much if that affects the market. And then actually, yeah, actually, I probably won't, definitely won't trade tomorrow. Powell speaks tomorrow, um, and he can definitely move the market. And then the next day, we have unemployment claims. I'll probably trade after that. That's at 8:30, so I'll definitely trade after that. And then Friday, non-farm employment change, unemployment rate at 8. We'll see. Consumer sentiment probably again won't trade. A lot of news this week, but we'll see what we can figure out. But yeah, ended up taking no trades today. Um, I did mark out this Nasdaq trade today first before the S&P one, and I really considered ta taking it, um, but I stuck to what I learned yesterday about trading before news and didn't trade again, or I didn't trade this time like I did yesterday before news. But we saw this news candle, and it didn't really have that big of an impact on it, so might be able to trade before JOLTS job openings in the future. I'm going to look into that, see how much it actually affects the market on different time or how it affected the market on different days, not just today, and compare it and see if it's worth it to take a trade if it doesn't really affect the market that much. But yeah, this was day 10 of my day trading journey to profitability and prove that it's possible. Didn't take any trades today. Um, Thanks for watching. I'll keep making these.